Whoa! Like the law of Murphy! Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of How to DIY RC. And in today's episode, Banggood have asked me to review the Eachine E58 Wifi FPV altitude hold drone. That is a direct copy of the DJI Mavic. That looks very cool. And the transmitter looks just like the DJI Spark. And this is a great entry-level drone for aerial video that only costs a fraction of the real thing. And it's just perfect for beginners that want to learn how to fly and use all these new functions that are even new to me without breaking a $1,000 rig. This is just way too expensive, right? And for just a fraction of the price you get a very cool looking drone with the basic options that you have to master before you can go pro. So let's go over the specs and the features, and with an in-depth inspection, ending with a test flight of course, and let's dig in. And the specs of the Eachine E58 are of course that it's foldable, but you have to fold the rear arms first before you can fold the front arms, and the other way around of course. It comes with a 6-axis gyro that makes it fly very stable, so no acro mode, but it's super stable. Then you got 4 720 brushed coreless motors that drive a gear, and that gear drives the propellers, and that makes it a little bit hobby grade. You get a 500 mAh LiPo battery that is stuck in the back. It looks really nice and smooth and slick. You don't see it at all. It is 3.7 volts because it's a 1-cell LiPo, compared to the 3-cell that is the normal baby DJI Mavic runs on. It's also recommended to get yourself a set of 2 extra batteries because it takes a very long time to charge them. That's one tip. Then of course there's a 0.3 megapixel camera and a 2.0. This is this one. It gives you a good view on your telephone screen. I don't know about a larger tablet or PC screen. And it comes with an SD card slot, so you can record your photo and your video directly on the card, giving you better pixels. But you can also record it on your phone, but it will be of course with a delay from the Wifi FPV. The drone itself is made of soft and hard plastic. It feels really soft and nice and slick in the middle, and the arms are stiff and hard. And it weighs about 95 grams with the battery. They say the range of the E58 is about 100 meters and the Wifi FPV only 30 meters. This is something that we definitely have to check out. And the most interesting features of this little drone is of course the altitude hold. That's what's really interesting to me. And then of course the Wifi FPV, that is completely new to me. That has to be done with an app done on your phone. This is called UFO. And it got so many options that I'm going to make a separate video of that. That really goes to in-depth and all the extra options it gives us. And this phone you can click in the bottom side of your transmitter. If I can get it out. Yeah. That should fit right in between here. And I've seen that you can even fit the really large phones. It's a little bit flimsy. Right there, there it is. It fits pretty nice, looks good. Of course it touches all the buttons. We have to fix something about that. Then there's also a 1-key takeoff and 1-key landing. And you got 3 different speeds. Medium, high and low. And I just really hope that the high rates doesn't give you that crazy yaw speed. That's something that we really have to check out. And the other ones are trim buttons. And then you got a headless mode, and you got a flip button, because you have 4 buttons in the front, and you got one more, I forgot. And the altitude hold is with the stick. You just leave it around and it just holds the altitude. No GPS, it's all done by mechanics. And before we go into the last step and just turning on the quadcopter, I forgot to mention a few things, and that is that you get a cable, a phone cable, to charge your batteries. That you have to do with a phone adapter or with your PC. That has to, yeah, right, clicks in right there, just like a regular phone. And it takes a very long time, like I already said, to charge it up. Then of course you can also get a screwdriver You get 4 extra spare props, but yeah, you have 8, so I also have 4 more. And then you get some pop guards that only protects it a little bit. And then the last step is of course pushing that button and it should turn on. Of course the battery is disconnected. We have to click it in. Perfect. Then we're going to push the button and the quadcopter turns on. Turn on the quad. And then we have to go outside and do a test flight. Let's go. We're going into the app. We have Wi-Fi connection with the Eachine E58. Everything is working. And let's take off. We're pressing the altitude 1 key takeoff. It works perfect. It's a little bit windy today. But this is a slow race and you can handle it. Flying pretty stable. The altitude hold is working pretty nice. The wind is blowing pretty hard. Let's trim it a little bit down. Flying really slow, trying to handle all the wind, so excuse me for all the shaking. But if I want, I can make really slow turns and it flies really good. I got good control. Almost flies like the Eachine E10. Oh, car's coming. Yep. Let's do 1 key landing, and she lands and turns off. That's always pretty nice. You always want to be safe when the car is coming. Oh. Let's continue the flight and the test flight. It was really cool that I got the view of the Wifi FPV. It's a little bit of delay, but it's still working pretty nice. And this is all slow rates. I'm pretty happy. I really like how it flies and how it handles. This flying at medium rates. And it's doing it pretty nice. I'm really liking it. Looking pretty good. And let's click to super high rates. Whoa! That That's fast, baby. Now it's going really fast. And the yaw control is still perfectly in balance, like we expected from the Eachine E58. As you can see at the high rates, I can still make slow turns. That is super important. I got it all under control. It's pretty balanced. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. This is gonna be my new favorite drone. Yeah. That's pretty nice. Let's try a flip. Let's get a little bit safe. Whoa, 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 come on, come on. Get some altitude. Well, we have to fight the wind constantly. And we did a flip. Woo! That wasn't easy, but let's do an automatic landing. Pretty nice feature. Now we just control it where it lands. Touchdown. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Just one simple button, touchdown, one button, and it takes off. And it goes about a meter high. That's nice. Let's go down. Of course, you can also start it manually by pushing two buttons to the outside. It starts up. You give a little bit up, and then you have it like really low. Ooh, stay away from the water, please. Thank you very much. So it's working all pretty nice. The flips are working good, but I not want to use this for flips or racing. On low rates it's flying pretty nice. I can fight this wind. Medium rates pretty good, and at high rates you really notice that it's flying fast. Yeah, this baby is fast. For the size and the weight, it's really fast. And still very controllable in the yaw on high rates. That's a really good, that gets my thumbs ups. And now it's gonna be the new experience for me. I have to learn flying Wifi FPV with my telephone. But it's gonna be pretty hard to show you on camera because it's all blocked by the sound. We're gonna try it anyways, and let's check it out. And now it starts to rain. I put my interface on, aerial video. The motors are starting. Let's take off. Oh, we got a rainbow. That's nice. That's pretty rare. Well, I'm flying it with my phone. Oh, and I find it difficult. I find it really difficult to fly with my phone. Ooh. I do have control. It's not that. It's just... I find it really scary, and I still need to get used to it. Oh, I would just like to press the panic button. Yes, and crash. But except where it's dry, oh, it's coming down. The rain is really coming down. Straight away we have an endurance test. Oh, well, the arm just folded a little bit. The props didn't break. They're pretty flexible. So that's a pretty nice thing. That's a pretty good con. I really like this quadcopter. Me personally, I need to get used to flying with a phone. I found it a little bit tricky. I hope the video records something, because it was doing a really good job. When I was flying with my controller, I was able to fly it really slow and control the yaw, making slow turns. I can make it really fast, but even on high rates it was turning very slow. So it's perfect for the aerial video footage that we want to shoot. It also held the altitude, height. Was a pretty good job, even if you have no GPS. I'm really liking the way it works. I hope you do that too, and I hope you give this video a like, and if it wasn't, then give it a thumbs down. and I hope you subscribe for the next episode where we're going to disassemble it fully, going over all the parts, having an in-depth inspection, maybe upgrading it, and we're doing a Wi-Fi test and a range test. But it's all coming up in the next few episodes of this series. Well, I want to say goodbye and thank you all for watching. Until next time.